Hey guys, and welcome to CF Awareness Day 6. I know that I missed yesterday. There was a lot of traveling involved yesterday, and I just didn't really have time, but I want to get back on the swing of things. So this is CF Awareness Month, Day 6, and today I want to talk a little bit about what makes CF different from some of the other chronic illnesses and the specific protocol of CF where CFers are not allowed to get near each other. So obviously, when you have a chronic illness like CF, it's nice to be with other people, to get to know other people that have the same illness as you, because obviously nobody gets it like another CFer. Unfortunately, for people with CF, we are not allowed to get anywhere closer than 6 feet within each other, and the farther apart, the better. And the reason for that is because most people, us to normal people, our bugs are not contagious and we pose no health risk at all to quote-unquote normal healthy society. However, when two CFers are involved, we can actually pass our germs to each other via coughing, the air, even things that we have touched. So I personally have a best friend who is amazing, who also has CF, and unfortunately we can't meet in person because my lungs, which carry Pseudomonas, her lungs don't have, but her lungs carry B. cepacia, and I've talked a little bit about these bugs in my Day 3 CF awareness video. So for us to get together would be extremely dangerous and is definitely frowned upon, because I could give her my Pseudomonas or she could give me her cepacia, and then we would have a whole new host of problems on top of the bugs that are already dealing with in our lungs. Now, obviously, this brings up some interesting conflict when it comes to things like CF clinic or being admitted into the hospital, because obviously other CFers have to go to the hospital too. So when we are in clinic, the protocol, at least all I can say is for my hospital, we wear a mask, and that is so that that's not so much to protect, it's to protect us more than it is to protect other people, but it protects other CFers. And it also kind of gives me a warning sign if there's somebody else with CF in that clinic, because they're going to be wearing the mask too, so I know to basically stay away from the masked people and sit on the other side of clinic. In clinic also, they use disposable stethoscopes so that the doctor's stethoscope isn't passing from one CFer to another, and they're completely disposable. I have like 5 of them at home because I take them home instead of, throw them away, because that's all that's going to happen. And stuff is wiped down very, very thoroughly in between each appointment. They also wear a, how would you describe it? Like a yellow gown. And gloves, and this is also, again, just to prevent contact between doctors and CFers to CFers and doctors. They wear this yellow gown that is a isolation gown, and it covers from here all the way down to like their knees and the whole front, and it ties in the back. And they also wear gloves so that they aren't having direct contact, say listening to a CFer's lungs and then coming in and touching me with their bare hands as well. And of course they wash their hands too, but they wear the gloves and the isolation gowns to help prevent the spread of germs. As far as when we have to be inpatient, we are on complete isolation. We are not allowed to leave our rooms unless we are going for a test like x-rays, or we are, for me, going with PT, like up to the roof. At my hospital, they have a outdoor area for the roof for people to go at, especially like CFers, because we can't leave our rooms. So whenever we're inpatient, which is typically 1 or more times a year for 14 to 21 days, we cannot leave our room unless followed by a staff member, and we have a reason to leave the room. And this is not only protect from CFer to CFer contact, but to also protect us from, obviously, other sick people on the ward that may have the flu or something like that, so that we don't catch it and then the problem in our lungs gets even more compounded. And also in the hospital, inpatient, they wear the isolation gowns and the gloves and sometimes masks. Sometimes the care team will also wear masks, but this is more to if either they're sick or if we have a certain like flu on top of the pneumonia or CF, to protect them from catching what we have. So obviously some of the downsides to this is, like I said before, nobody gets a CFer like another CFer, so the fact that we can't really meet in person is sometimes really hard to deal with, because there's nothing more than I would love than to fly out to my friend and spend a week riding horses with her. But I know that it's in both of our best interests not to do that, and so you come up with other creative ways. You do FaceTime, Skype, and texting, phone calls. I'm so thankful for the technology nowadays that can connect us. Even with these vlogs, I like to try to connect to people, and there's other CF vlogs that I like to watch. And it's fun to build a community, a virtual online community, since we can't hang out in person. It's nice to build that community virtually. So I'm really thankful for technology that kind of allows us to hang, and hopefully someday in the near future, CF will stand for Cure Found, and we'll be able to finally meet in person.